with the scene 3. Let's just remember what happened in scene 2. So, can anyone tell me about scene 2, just in a sentence? I mean, last class, yesterday, we
May
talked.
I?
Yes, okay.
شعرك.
Hello, Professor. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
How are you? Fine, and you?
Thank you. Yes. So, what happened in scene 2?
In scene 2, just the two scholaries feel worried about Faustus and go for his home to visit Dr. Faustus. And Wagner, servant of Faustus, talk with
Yes.
him for bad way. Maybe it's intelligent, maybe it's stupid.
Yes.
And finally, he told him he's have a dinner with Valdez and yes.
Yes, good. Thank you
Yes.
very much, Mohammed. Thank you. So just try to remember that yesterday we talked about scene 2, which is about the two scholars who are the friend of Dr. Faustus. They come and ask for him, but Faustus was in at dinner with Valdez and Corvinus, the two popular magicians at that time. So, and by scene 2, we discovered how loyal and protective is Wagner, the servant and the friend of Dr. Faustus. For today, we have something new, which is in scene 3. So let me hear from you first, your
Can I?
summaries.
May I? May I?
يلا نبأ. اللي يريد يشارك طلاب يعني بالشات أو يسوي raising hands أو يكتب بالشات اسمه حتى أنا أقومكم على أساس yes.
Okay. Okay. The scene will start with Faustus conjuring. He described the night in a beautiful literature way by referring to it as the shadow of the earth. He started conjuring in the night. That's what he wanted to tell us. And then shifted to east, waiting or longing to see the sun, but not actually wanted to see the sun because he wanted to continue conjuring. He started to incantation, which means saying a magic words or spelling. He tries to summon the devils to his side to take order from him. The hist he mean by the devils to hear his hiss. The hiss mean the commands that he want to summon them. The commands, the order to summon them. As a result to his prayer to them and sacrifice to them, the rituals to conjure spirits. He drew a circle and stay in it with symbols and divine letters so that no evil will enter the circle and harm him. He was anagrammatized, playing with words. He was calling the holy saints, shortcut names, the figures of everything that connected to heaven, the symbol, the sign, the zodiac, the planets. He was calling every which made the spirits come to him. He was begging to everything that could make the spirit leave whatever they do and come to Faustus. He was calming himself also and encouraging himself to not be scared but determined to try the limits, the far limits of the possible magic that can be performed, the black magic. Then he started doing the conjuring. He was calling the spirits of fire, air, water, and earth, the four elements of the universe. He tried to summon the Beelzebub, the eternal rule of hell, Lucifer, and the Demognant, the most terrible primeval gods. He was calling Mephistopheles. He says the demon's name. He summoned the demons because he believed when Lucifer fall from heaven, he summoned the elements. I mean, the fire, the earth, the water, the air. He summoned them because he believed when Lucifer fall from the sky, spirits fall from him to fire and earth and air, the four elements. So when he finished the
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Come
very
on,
good.
I want to
very
finish.
Good. Okay, I will ask you again Thank you very much.
Okay.
Actually, I really
Thank
like your summaries because it contains the most important things. So thank you very much. Let me hear from Mustafa Mehdi. Yes, Mustafa.
Nice. As
Yes, Mustafa.
usual, Faustus became a master in conjuring and the art of conjuring, and
Yes,
used that to call up the devil. He take down
yes,
the demon book and start drawing the circles, signs, and demonic samples. And
yes.
he command the Mephistophilus, and Mephistopheles appear, but he put in his mind that he is became his humble servant. But when Mephistopheles came in the ugly shape, and he asked him quickly to change his shape because it's ugly and scary, and
Yes.
put in his mind and to be old Frankenstein friar to be appear in his this shape. Then Mephistopheles and asked him to be his servant, but Mephistopheles said he cannot do so without permission of his master Lucifer. But he told him he is ready to give his soul to Lucifer, may be accepted, and that what will happen. Then Mephistopheles started to describe Lucifer to Dr. Faustus as a fallen angel,
Yes.
prince of devil,
Yes.
and how God threw him out from the heaven because of his pride and insultant. And he is out also with his boss, of course. Mephistopheles warned Faustus to turn back from this course, and and Faustus neglect this warning and told Mephistopheles to return to his master Lucifer and offer his soul in exchange of 24 years of service to do whatever he wants. And
Yes.
so
Yes. Thank you
that's
very much. Very good, Mustafa.
my pleasure.
Very good.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Then we have Muhammad Falah. Yes, Muhammad.
Yes, Professor.
Yes,
Yes,
Muhammad.
just I want comment of summarize of my friend, classmate Mustafa. Faustus
Yes.
said for Mephistopheles
Yes.
said, told me about Lucifer, not he said that without request from Faustus. Faustus said that, told me about Lucifer. So he said, Mr. Lucifer was angel and God loved him, but Lucifer became proud and arrogant of himself and become a rebel against God. The God punished him and put him in the hell. And many who were with Lucifer become with him in the hell. مستفلس
Yes.
ميفستوفلس انا الاسم
Yes.
صعب كلش ما دا اقدر اذكره
Yes.
صحيح.
You will use on using this.
Yes.
Okay.
We are now in the hell. Okay. I think, in my opinion, just may I say my opinion? Said my opinion.
Of course. Yes. Yes. Of course.
Yes. Once again, Marlowe was not successful with strange literary plots
Yes.
because we found here bad and weak dialogue between Mephistopheles and Faustus about Lucifer and the story of his exodus from heaven. It's a primitive story. We found this story, the same story, in most of religious books.
Yes.
He was not creative of this dialogue, in my opinion.
Okay, Muhammad.
And
Thank you
I
very
record,
much.
thank you. And I record many important things in this story. Can I?
Okay, leave them with the discussion. هسه من نسوي discussion, I will ask you about them. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Muhammad Falah. Thank you. Then we have
Can I?
لا كاتبين اسمائهم فمحمد عدنان. محمد عدنان.
Good evening.
Good evening, Muhammad. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes, Muhammad. Tell me. Yes.
In a dark place, Faustus is seen ready to make his dream true. He began to conjure. First, he drew a circle on the floor and wrote the name of Jehovah forward and backward with wrong spelling in a company of different shapes of stars and planets.
Yes.
He was encouraged himself to complete his job. Suddenly, he heard the sound of a thunder, as we used to hear in the Conjuring issues. When
Yes.
Mephistopheles appeared in a dragon form, Faustus shouted, "Go away! You look too ugly to appear in front of me. Go away
Good.
and come back in the form of Franciscan friar." Some
Yes.
critics said that the author chose that form because he was disrespecting those who were like that. Mephistopheles obeyed Faustus and leave. Faustus feels very happy for his obedience. After a minute, Mephistopheles appeared again in a form of Franciscan friar. The devil asked him about his needs. Faustus answered that the devil should obey him along his life. Mephistopheles'
Yes.
objection that he was Lucifer's servant and can't obey him with Lucifer's too. Faustus asked him, "But didn't Lucifer send you to me?" He answered, "No. We appear whenever someone cursing God, Christ and scriptures. A person who Christ God is in danger of damnation." Mephistopheles said, "Tell me about Lucifer." Faustus ordered him. Mephistopheles said that he was an angel, and he was an angel, and
Yes.
God loved him, but he was proud, and because of his pride, God threw him into hell.
Yes, very good. Thank you very much, Hamad. Thank you very much. Good. Then Mariam Hussein. Yalla, Mariam.
Hi, Miss.
Hello, Mariam. How are you?
Fine.
Yes, Mariam.
Faustus has finished mastered the art of conjuring to call up devil on winter evening. Consulting a book of spells, he draws circles, signs, and symbols. He writes Jehovah's name backward and forward and then rearranges to form different words. He shortens the name of the sentence, then changing, enlightening, he calling up on the devil of Hades, the Hades trying the sparks of the fire, air, water, and air, Beelzebub and Dimkorki. Again, he comes that Mephistopheles appear. When a up,
Yes. Okay, Mariam. I cannot hear you clearly, so thank you very much. We have another one, Muntadar Mahdi. Muntadar.
Yes, Professor.
Yalla, Muntadar. Muntadar, can you just read the last paragraph from your summary?
That one you presented?
Yeah. Muntadar, do you have a summary?
Yes,
Do you
I have.
have? Okay, the last one, the last paragraph, I mean, the last idea. You have it.
أستاذ أرجو معذرة اتصل الإنترنت.
عادي مريم. Thank you very much. خليه يكمل منتظر هسه حاليا. Thank you, Mariam. Yes, منتظر. Go on.
I read the summary you wrote. Faustus asked Mephistopheles from this start.
Yes.
Faustus asked Mephistopheles several questions about Lucifer and learned that he is fallen angel who, because of a pride of insolence, revolted against God and was cast into hell. When Faustus begins to inquire about the nature of hell, Mephistopheles answered that hell is wherever God is not present.
Yes.
Faustus chided Mephistopheles for being so poisonous about being deprived of the toys of heaven, and then sent him back to Lucifer with the proposal
that Faustus will exchange his soul for 24 years for
Yes.
unlimited power. After Mustapha leaves, Faustus reveals all of the con- color- colorous deeds he will perform with his new power.
Yes, very good, Muntadar. Thank you very much. Then we have
Thank you,
Sumaya.
Professor.
Sumaya. Yes, Sumaya.
Yes.
Yes, Sumaya. Go on.
When a devil shows up, Faustus judged him to glide to attend one on me and sent him off to change his shape into something more pleasing.
Yes.
He sarcastically suggests that the guise of an old Franciscan frager would be appropriate. He's delighted when the devil immediately departs, and he anticipates that this Mephistopheles will be an obedient, humble servant.
Yes. Yes.
Mephistopheles appears and asks Faustus what he wants of him. When Faustus demands that the devil serve him, Mephistopheles explains that he cannot without permission from his master Lucifer. He has not come in response to Faustus' summons, but on
Yes.
his own. He is
Thank you,
encouraged.
Sumaya. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you for all of you, especially those who participated today, because I really like your summaries, all of you, since it is a long scene, so you summarized it in a good way. Let's talk about, because we don't have enough time to hear the others, let's talk about the summary of this scene. You know that Faustus in this scene will conjure, and this is his aim from the beginning of this story. I mean, this drama. He wants to conjure. What was the meaning of conjuring?
Putting of souls.
Yeah, good. So this is the main theme in this drama, conjuring. So Faustus, when he entered and he's looking to the sky, by the way, most of the tragedies, whether Shakespeare and Marlowe, always the weather will be thunderstorm. Okay, why this weather? We can't say that it's a motif. You know motif? Motif? Motif, it is the recurring events happened and from the beginning, in the middle and the end of any literary work. إنه فد حدث يصير ويتكرر بالعمل الأدبي نفسه ويتكرر بالأعمال الأدبية المشابهة. إنه عادة نشوف عند شكسبير بالتراجيديز وعند مارلو لما يريد الهيرو يسوي الشغلة الأساسية اللي هي مثلا أما المردر أو الكونجورينج أو وور، هنا راح يصير، أو النايتس ماريز الدريمز، هنا راح يصير الweather will be associated with the mood of the characters. دائما الweather الجو يكون مرتبط ارتباط تام totally associated with the moods of the characters، ويا المزاج الشخصية. فاوستس اليوم يريد يسوي conjuring، فالweather صار prayed and sacrificed in order to conjure. How he has prayed and sacrificed to the devil, I mean. انه وش قد صلى وش قد ضحى للديفلز حتى شنو؟ حتى يسوي هذا الكونجورينج. طبعا اكيد لما يريد يسوي كونجورينج يسوي سيركلز ويسوي ساينز ويسوي دراونج سيركلز، كلها هاي الاشياء اللي تخص حتى يستحضر الديفلز. So he begins his Latin incantations. Incantation, what's the meaning of incantation? Incantation.
The spells or magic words to summon the
Temples,
demons.
maybe.
Yes. Good. Incantation طلاب عادة يعني تعويذة. Okay. شلون التعويذات اللي يسووها حتى شنو، حتى يستحضر هذه الأرواح اللي هو يريدها أو devils exactly. So calling a number of devils by names، طبعا يقوم يذكر أسماء الديفلز اللي يريدهم by names، ومن ضمنهم ذكر اسم ميفيستوفيلس. إذا أول حدث صار بهذا السين إنه فاوستس الweather كان ويا المود of our hero فاوستس. It is thunderstorm. طبعا لما نشوف الweather عادة من تشوفون الفيلم تشوفون الweather تعرفون انه في ديزاستر راح يصير اذا كان thunderstorm. معروفه هاي بالمسرحيات التراجيديز especially the conjuring the black magic movies. زين صار thunderstorm، بدأ فاوستس يسولف انه how he sacrificed and prayed for God, for the devil, sorry, and by using the circles, the lines, the signs, characters، كلها هاي استخدمها وبدأ يصيح devils by names in order to conjure. بعدين من ضمن الأسماء اللي سوالها conjuring أوكي أو incantation هو اسم ميفيستوفيلس. Who is Mephistopheles? He is one of the devils appeared before Faustus. Then he will be under his command. So حيكون تحت أمره to live and come back in different shapes. Yeah, yes, he is the servant of Lucifer, and he also will be under the command of Dr. Faustus according to the contract. راح يصير تحت أمر دكتور فاوستس ويحقق له الشيء اللي يريده. بالنسبة لميفيستوفيلس أول ما ظهر كان شنو؟ It seems that he is so ugly, you know, ugly.
قبيح.
Bad looking.
So, yeah, so Faustus cannot look at him. So he asked him to go and change his face and come back. Okay, so leave and come back in different shapes. You are or thou are too ugly to attend on me. هذا قول جدا مهم. إنه أول ما شافه قال له thou art يعني you are too ugly to attend on me. أنت جدا قبيح حتى تظهر لي. Then he suggests the holy shape become a devil beast, and the devil exists طبعا. And Faustus try now thinking about this matter. Now Mephistopheles will come back and ask Faustus what he wants to do. إجا Mephistopheles هسه بعد ما غير شوية بشكله وإجا وقال له okay what do you want؟ شو تريد أنت؟ أنا هسه إجيتك أنت سويت incantation، أنت سويت conjuring واستحضرتني، شو تريد؟ What do you want? Ask me whatever you like. شايفين هذا المصباح السحري من يظهر له ويقول له إنه ask me whatever you like. So now ask Mephistopheles whatever you like. Imagine that Mephistopheles will appear and will ask you such things. So what's your desire? What's your wish will be? هسه ظهر له ميفيستوفيلس ويقول له اتمنى شو تريد اسوي لك؟ So if you are in the position of Faustus, what will you ask for? Mariam. What's your desire, Mariam? What do you want to be?
I want to be famous. Translation.
Famous?
Famous
translator. Good. Muhammad, I didn't miss you, but I just want the others to participate. Yes, Muhammad Falah. If Mephistopheles will appear to you and ask you, tell me whatever you like, whatever you want. So, what you will ask for?
I won't participate not for this question, but okay. I hope if I don't boring in this life.
Yes. Why? It's
bad life.
So you are pessimistic. You are hopeless.
Yes. I don't choose this life. So I don't want to be.
Okay. Then what's your yes. من اللي راد يحكي منتظر يمكن؟ يلا محمد. Yes, Muhammad.
I feel that there is a match between all the stories of the holy books. that scene.
Of course.
The author himself was using the old story that he maybe didn't believe in it to express his ideas. Human greed and selfishness, the love of power, the instinct of domination and controlling. The same story.
Yes, good. That's right. By the way, بالبداية ذكرتوا شيء ما حبيت أعلق عنه بالبداية لحد ما نوصل له. قلت إنه Marlowe is not creative because he is presenting something not new. The story is already existed in the Bible, in the holy books, the story of Lucifer and the devil. So keep in your mind that Shakespeare and Marlowe are not creatives, not inventors. ما يكتشفون شيء جديد. يمكن حكيت لكم إياه هذا قبل إنه قارين النظرية اللي اسمها anxiety of influence مالت هارولد بلوم. اكو واحد ناقد اسمه هارولد بلوم عنده نظرية أدبية اسمها anxiety of influence. بالضبط هاي يتبعها في شكسبير ومارلو. الانكزايتي اوف انفلونس، وطبعا تشوسر وغيرهم هوايه يتبعون هذه النظريه. الانكزايتي اوف انفلونس انه انت حتى هسه الصوره لو موجوده يمي هسه اراويكم اياها، انه انت ككاتب تتاثر بالقبلك بكل القصص اللي بدماغك موجوده اللي قاريها والسامعها، وانت تجي تكتب راح تكتب باسلوبك لكن انت جدا متاثر بحيث هاي القصص راح تظهر بكتابتك. So you present nothing new. انت ما قدمت شيء جديد غير انه مجرد عدت احياء اشياء كانت سابقه قبلك. فهذه نظريه مالت هارولد بلوم اسمها anxiety of influence. I will show you this the picture of this theory. Nabat mentioned something, and can we wish from a demand? What is the exchange for the wish? This is the good question, Nabat. Okay. إيه تقى هسه أجاوبك بس خلي أخلص من نبأ. This is the good question that why Mephistopheles asked Faustus to wish whatever he like. What is the benefit of this? What is the use of this? Okay. Yes, Naba.
When Faustus summoned the demons, he summoned them by rejecting the name of God and Christ and the Holy Spirit. So all of the demons, they run to serve Faustus because they see Faustus as a soul of a believer, a soul of someone who knows God, who knows Christ.
Very good.
So his soul is precious. They want his soul.
Yes.
That's why he gives them whatever he wants.
Yes, very good. And also another more thing is that they just want. طبعا هذا السؤال راح يجاوب عليه ميفيستوفيلس. Faustus إلى ميفيستوفيلس يقول له why you choose me, why you choose us as ones. راح يقول to enlarge our kingdom. إذن هو مجرد يقدم العرض لكم، مجرد يقدم يسوي أي شيء in order to take your soul, to join them in hell. ليش يريدون يجمعوا الناس وياهم؟ لأنه يردون يسوون to enlarge their kingdoms حتى يوسعون المملكة مالتهم. والمن يختارون ال precious souls، يعني مو الناس العادية، لا الناس اللي deserve to be with them just like Dr. Faustus. وبعد يختارون those who have weakness inside them، إنه عندهم فد نقطة ضعف يختاروهم. So very good, Naba.
Yes, Professor. But in the play, in the dialogue, Mephistopheles told Faustus that the devils appear whenever somebody cares saying the God.
Of course.
Whenever somebody, not the yes.
Yes, of course, and the
not
evidence
just Faustus.
of this.
Yes.
السحرة ومشعوذين يستحضرون هاي الأرواح، فأي واحد يصيح لهم، أي واحد يسوي لهم، بس هم هدفهم شنو؟ هو من اللي يسوي هيك شيء غير اوكي يعني الانسان اللي ايمانه قوي خو ما يسوي هيك شيء زين فهم يسيطرون عليه هيك ناس بس خلي اتوقع قالت انه هارولد بلوم بال 20th century وتشوسر ذاتس رايت شوفوا يمكن انتم جاي تدرسون انتم بعد قديمه وقسم بها يعني بليتو ارسطوطل هورس وبعد اكو حديثه مات 20th century كل القرون بها احنا مهم الثيوري بيعرف انهم عندنا نظريه اسمها anxiety of influence من اجي اقراها اشوف هاي النظريه اخذ اعمال ادبيه اطبقها حتى لو من القرون العادي لانه اي literary text ممكن نطبق عليه الليتراري ثيوري وراح تفهمون هذا الشيء ان شاء الله بالمرحله الرابعه بماده اسمها literary criticism. اوكي again now Mephistopheles enter
عفوا
and
دكتور تقي اسمه دكتور تقي ويانا مو تقى
عبالي تقى sorry okay yes so Mephistopheles also and ask Faust wants him to do and Faustus come on him هسه شنو طلب Faustus شنو راح يطلب مثلا lie my life then said that I cannot ask something or wish from devils
okay. May I?
Yes Yaqeen you want to say something
he first to be his servant
good he asked him to wait on him إنه يبقى دائما بجانبه to do whatever he tells him to do ويسوي له أي شيء يريده but Mephistopheles replies that he cannot obey him without Lucifer without the permission of قال له أنا أريدك تبقى يمي وتنفذ لي كل طلباتي لكن Mephistopheles ما يقدر ليش because he is from Lucifer and then maybe he will answer him okay yes Muhammad Adnan you can leave
لا
دكتورة إذا عفوا سمعينا صوت ماكو
يجوز فصل عندها النت
وأنا هذا يا فصل ويا مشهد
المشهد الثالث بالأكت 1
الثالث
نعم scene 3 in act 1
so sorry النت ضعيف اليوم يعني ما أدري شنو السالفة فانقطع okay so you hear me now سمعوني
نعم
right
نعم
yes clear
بس خليني أسوي أعرض للشاشة أوكي yes أوكي وصلنا إلى نقطة إنه ميفيستوفيلس طلب إنه يروح لوسيفر just to take his permission إذا يسمح له إنه يحقق مطالب فاوستوس or not then he asked him if his conjuring made Mephistopheles appear إنه شنو اللي خلاك تظهر لي الconjuring مالتي okay or what is the thing that make you appear to me طلابي اللي يريد يطلع براحته خليه يطلع بدون ما تكتبون okay so Faustus asked him and ordered him to say إذن what do you think the conjuring words لو شنو اللي خلى ميفيستوفيلس يظهر
may I
يس سجاد الحضور يعني شو اسوي لهم اذا كل ساعه واحد يريد يطلع؟ يعني اقول له لا تطلع مثلا، اللي يريد يبقى اهلا وسهلا، واللي يريد يطلع وعنده ظروف الله وياه. يس يس مصطفى. لو محمد ما ادري من يريد يحكي.
شكرا.
يس يس مصطفى.
لاست محمد مو أنا.
ها محمد، يلا محمد.
بس أنا إذا تسمح لي عندي إضافة بسيطة جدا على الفرانسيان فراير اللي هو kind of Catholic monks in 1200 something.
Why
the shape of the monk?
Why he take this shape, Mustafa? The shape of Frankenstein.
I don't know.
Okay. That's because they
may
want
I
just
answer for this question?
Yes, of course. Yes, Muhammad.
Maybe we make reference in this question. Faustus was afraid and scared when he saw Mephistopheles.
Yes.
Maybe he was scared and afraid. He chose this one. Good analogy. An illusion.
Yes, illusion هو references from figures لما نستخدم إيكاروس فيسوي illusion وهو هذا illusion also advice we choose in Shakespearean and Marlowe's plays. Yes, Muhammad, something
yes,
or
he need to be more because he was afraid. He was so in that moment. So
yes,
more quiet. He need to be more quiet, more calm, because in that moment he was scared. And about your question about this appeared for Faustus. He told him whenever somebody cursing the god appear, the devils for this person.
Yes. Good, Muhammad. Thank you very much. So when Faustus asked if Mephistopheles came because Lucifer ordered him to, he says that no. Okay. Faustus then asks if his conjures Mephistopheles again. He says no. He explains that devils go to anyone who renounce God and Christ in hopes of getting the person's souls. إنه لا conjuring words ولا لوسيفر قال له روح له، وإنما أي واحد who renounce God and Christ in hopes to getting اللي عنده belief in God and Christ get his soul. ما قبل شوية God precious one for the well-deserved one. Okay, and this is what Mephistopheles to Faustus. هذا الشيء اللي خلاه.
May I?
Then his savior made the demon. Yeah, exactly. Why لما راح يبدي فاوست بالجاية يذكر كرايست يظهروا له الدبلز، كل ما يذكر ويسوي خوفه because they just forget the religion, God. So whenever he mentioned and Jesus Christ, they will appear to him. Then Faustus asked Mephistopheles about Lucifer and the fallen angels. هسه بدأت conversation. Lucifer and the fallen angels. Why they fell? They can't be out hell. So who can answer these questions? Why the devils fell? And where they are now? And outside. Outside hell, I mean. These questions. Not this.
I think he was too bright.
Yes, good.
He was too bright. He want to be in higher places. He want to be equal to God.
Yes. And where is he now?
He's in hell, the prince of hell.
Then why he is not out of hell now with Faustus? How comes he out of hell?
He said that any see the heaven, see how he could be near God, they see the face of God, then any place else would be like heaven, like hell.
Time, but it is it has the theme of renewal, متجددة عصر إنه you cannot see the face of God, you cannot see heaven and paradise, will be hell. إذن هي الهell مو معناها literal meaning، مو المعنى الحرفي إلها hell جهنم والجحيم وبس. الهell هي أي مكان يكونون بعيدين عن رب العالمين، عن Christ for them, for example. Okay, if you are away in your ideas, your thoughts, your behavior, your traditions, then you are in hell. Hell is everywhere. This world, our society is hell itself, because most of people inside the society are away from God. I mean, not only our country, but I mean the universe in general. It is hell in itself because they are away from God, away from God by their ideas. Yes, Mustafa, we are in the middle of hell. We are in the bottom of hell. That's right. How smart Marlo is. Yes. So this is right, because we are in hell and we have many evidence for this. And hell is not the literal meaning of the word hell. يعني من واحد يقول أنا عايش بالجحيم، مو جحيم وإنما كل مكان، كل شخص، كل مكان بعيد عن رب العالمين هو هذا الجحيم. Okay, so this is a good answer for this question, and it is not specified for that time, but for all times. It suits all times. Then he explains, Mephistopheles explains that Lucifer and other angels were expelled from heaven for their pride. They were dismissed from heaven because of their pride. لأنه البرايد تعتبر one of the 7 deadly sins. بالكونتنت أخذنا إنه عندهم 7 sins، إذا ارتكبت واحدة من عندهن you will be dismissed from God's mercy and then you will go to hell. فواحدة من هاي 7 deadly sins كانت pride، وأنه هذول الدبلز Lucifer and his followers هم عندهم هذا السن اللي هو pride. So God dismissed them and hell follows them. It's a state of mind rather than literal place. Hell يعني مثلا يجيكم سؤال إنه hell is a state of mind rather than literal place. Okay, I feel like I am in hell over studying. Okay, then he begs Faustus to stop questioning him. Why? Why he begs Faustus to stop questioning him? ليش ما يريد يدخل بهاي الأسئلة والأجوبة اللي إحنا هسه جاي نحكي عنها؟ Why? What do you think? He begged him, يعني يتوسل لفاوستس إنه do not question me more. Why?
May I?
Yes, Muhammad.
Because he know he's in the wrong way.
Good. And because the memory of being out of heaven is painful for him. يعني شوفوا لما واحد يكون عايش بالهيفن ويطلع يروح للهيل، فلما واحد يسأله إنه أنت وين كنت وليش هيك سووا بيك، احكي لنا قصتك. away from heaven كل واحد عنده قصة مأساوية من واحد يذكر بيها راح يحس بالبين، الألم. اوكي، فهاي الميموري of being dismissed out of heaven is painful for Mephistopheles, and Faustus cruelly mocks him for his misery. إنه Mephistopheles you are so passionate، قال له you are so passionate، إنه شو تألمت وحزنت وضجت، معناها أنت عندك عواطف ومشاعر وأحاسيس. So why not? Mephistopheles was angel. Lucifer was a good angel, the most beautiful angel. Okay, so they have feeling, they have passions, emotions, but they are dismissed because of their pride. Muhammad Falah يقول regret. This is of course because regret. Do you think that they regret their sin, Muhammad? The devils. He doesn't want to change Faustus' mind.
Yes, he's regret maybe.
Maybe.
Why he don't want to more question from Faustus? Maybe he don't want to remember because he's regret. Maybe.
Maybe. But I don't think that
he cannot back for heaven, for paradise.
Yes, of course, because they are dismissed. Then he doesn't want to change Faustus' mind. Can be doesn't want to change Faustus' mind. Good, Muhammad Ali. Look, that maybe by these questions, Faustus will discover something. Faustus will regret. Okay, يغير رأيه, change his opinion. فهو ما يريد فاوستس يغير رأيه، ما يريد يحسس فاوستس إنه هو ندمان، إنه هو حزين، إنه هو يتألم، حتى ما يعني أكيد راح يبطل. فهذه واحدة من الأسباب ممكن تكون. why not? Because God forgives those who regrets their sins. I don't know. Maybe yes and maybe no. Maybe those devils are different. We don't know. So Faustus tells Mephistopheles to propose a deal to Lucifer. هسه طلب من عنده come up with the idea of making deal. Faustus will give Lucifer his soul. هسه هذا الكونتراكت اللي هو جدا مهم إنه Faustus will sell or give Lucifer his soul، يعطيهم روحه مقابل شنو؟ For 24 years with Mephistopheles as his servant. Okay, 24 years. يعني راح يصير فد شيء exchange. Why? This is the condition. حطوا condition إنه تريدنا نسوي لك
why 24 years? Why this?
Okay. By the way, these numbers are Christian numbers, symbolic ones. Okay. فهاي الأرقام لها certain reference. We will talk about them later on. هاي الأرقام جدا مهمة. And why 24? Why not more? Why not less? Okay. Because it has certain Christian ideas, Christian references, or allusion sometimes. Allusion. Faustus believed that hell is nothing.
Please, Professor.
Smith. Yes, Muhammad.
Can you explain how these numbers, Christian numbers, can you explain, please?
Yes, I will explain them. Now. But before that, let's talk about the contract because it's very important. The contract, Muhammad mentioned that hell is nothing. Hell is just a myth. هذا اللي يتوقع فاوستس. Yes, that's right.
Yes, hell that's what Faustus believed. Yes.
He thought that hell is myth. وهم استغلوا هذا الشيء طبعا حتى يقنعوه، وبالتالي راح نشوف شنو اللي راح يصير. ما نريد نسبق الأحداث، يعني هاي النمبرز والميثولوجي وخليها تجي بوقتها. اوكي، حتى شوية اكو فد kind of شو يسموها انه mystery يصير بالموضوع. So هسه الكونتراكت، شنو هو الكونتراكت؟ الكونتراكت إنه 24 years of desires happiness, profits, achieve whatever you like for 24 years. يطول 24 سنة من ال desires وال profits وال happiness مقابل شنو؟ To give them his soul. زين وخلال هاي ال 24 years Faustus will be Mephistopheles will be his servant. Okay, he will be under his command. Okay, and of course he will accept this لأنه هو يريد هذا الشيء. فحتى يروح يجيب الكونتراكت بقى فاوستس وحده ودخل بسوليلوكوي. Can you tell me about the soliloquy?
Yeah.
Yes.
The soliloquy when the author or the main character talking about his ideas or his thoughts without anyone else, or not shared with anyone else, or just in himself. Yes.
Exactly, and especially when Faustus now making his decision. Yes, Yaqeen?
Yes.
Yes, when you want to take decisions.
When Faustus talk with himself about thoughts.
Thinking loudly. هنا فكروا بصوت عالي ونشوف احنا اي addressing the audience. هنا حتى يراوينا انه شنو جاي يفكر، بشنو هو راح يفكر، بما انه راح ميفستوفيلس حتى يجيب الكونتراكت حتى يوقع فاوستس. فهنا بقى وحده. شايفين انه شخص لما يقرر هيك قرار صعب اوكي هيك قرار وهذا القرار ويبقى وحده بين ما لحظات وراح ينفذه، اكيد راح يدخل بفد صراع struggle inside. اوكي انه to do this or not, to deal with the devils or not. فهنا راح يصير هذا الصراع جدا واضح عند فاوستس. فهنا يطلع عندنا اكو ثيم اسمه fate versus free will. The question is, do you think that it is his fate or it is his free will? You know fate?
fate القدر و free will الإرادة الاختيار، يعني مسير أو مخير.
زين هسه هو هذا هنا هذا الثيم جدا مهم يظهر عندنا بهذا السين انه do you think what will happen to Dr. Faustus is out of fate or his free will?
May I?
Free will.
Of course free will. Free will أكيد.
Free will. Yes, free will.
Free will. Okay, free will.
Because no
Why
one
not fate?
Forced, because no one forced him.
Good. So here طبعا هذا الرينيسانس ideas والبروتستانت reformation and questions دائما يحشون عن هذا الموضوع اللي هو of course it is free will because nobody forced him to do so. Nobody asked him to be with the devils. That's because of his choice. He is responsible for everything. حتى many souls are stars of them all from Mephistopheles. ترى هو ما ندمان لأنه شو يقول لو كان عندي أرواح بقد الستارز كلهن راح أعطيهن الميفستوفيلس. Why؟ شنو اللي يخلي الإنسان يفكر بهيك شيء؟ If I had many souls as there be stars, لو كان عندي أرواح بقد الستارز I would give them all for Mephistopheles.
May I?
So why? Yes, Muhammad.
طموحة يعني.
Yes.
Yes, because he was proud and he was victim of the knowledge.
Victim of knowledge. Can you clarify this? How to be victim of knowledge?
Yes, he was knowing very things in scientifics, so he feel proud because he want learn something new, something strange. So
Yes.
he's victim of the knowledge.
Yes.
Because in the first of place, when he was read many books,
Yes.
I think, yes, he victim of his knowledge.
Yes, good. Look, that sometimes education, knowledge, and power will have certain negative attitude, negative results. Okay, so as Faustus is identified to be a doctor, وأخذ الدoctoral degree, okay, in the play, and he entered university and he is still studying, he have got many degrees. فهنا نعرف انه هو highly educated. مرات المعرفة القوية هي اللي تقود الإنسان إنه هيك يصير، إنه يريد يحقق أكثر وأكثر. Exactly, he wants to be the emperor of the world. He wants to be godlike figures. يريد يصير مثل God، يعني مو أقل.
يحس نفسه أعظم من ما هو عليه.
يحس نفسه إنه هو ممكن يحقق أكثر، وإنه هو ما محقق شيء حاليا. Okay, so can we say أي محمد? Yes.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. And many philosophy ends like Faustus in our life. Many philosophy with certain or not certain ends with.
Philosophers, you mean? Yes.
Yes. Ends like Faustus ends.
Yes, that's because they are the victim of knowledge. Can we say that they are the victim of knowledge and education? Yes.
عفوا ست، عندنا مقولة بالعربي هم نفس العملية، تقول بين يعني النبوغ أو العبقرية والجنون شعرة. فهي دائما تكون تخلي الإنسان يراوح بين هاي وهذه، ساعة يكون نابغة وساعة يكون يعني جنون. هذا اللي يؤدي بالقرارات يعني ما منضبطة.
صحيح. ومرات تشوفون هذول الناس اللي يتعمقون ويقرون كتب دينية هواية ويتعمقون بالأفكار ويدورون تشوفوهم يصيرون يعني يصير ملحد بالأخير.
Exactly.
يعني
That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Yes, exactly.
Yes. So this is what we call it as the victim of knowledge, the victim of pride, which is one of the 7 deadly sins, the victim of the self-conceit. كل هاي الأشياء هي أثرت عليه وخلته هيك صار. Then what else? Is there anything that we haven't mentioned? أكو عندكم شيء ما ذكرناه? Something that خصوصا هنا هذا بالنسبة للدوكيومنت اللي أنا دزيت لكم إياه. طبعا أنا شرحت ونسيت على أشرح على الدوكيومنت إنه he tried his incantation for the first time and he have read a long passage in Latin which is composed of passages abjuring the Trinity. شوفوا أكو باللاتين وقت كتاب هو الماجيك كلها حطها أو قعد حتى يسوي conjuring. خليني أشوف شنو كاتبين. In the exam, do you can ask us about the meaning for the words? Which words? Like the word hell? What is the meaning of? Of course, according to what we have explained. What is hell? Of course. Then any place where you cannot be nearly of God is hell. That's right. Any place is not near God will be hell. Hell is هي فكرة وعقيدة أكثر مما أنه تكون نار. Okay, يعني بالمعنى literal meaning. We read to Marlowe more and realize that Marlowe is the father of stories and movies about Conjuring and Lucifer and so on. Yes, because why he used these stories? Your comment lead me to something else. So why he have read such kind of stories? Why he is discussing? Because people like these ideas at that time. يعني هم يكتبون إنه المجتمع كان يحب هاي الشغلات، المجتمع كان مهووس بالكونجورينج والماجيك والتراجيديز. لهذا هم محمد فيصل شو أسوي لك جوعان؟ إحنا جوعانين. روح أكل.
Can I add something to the scene?
Yes, of course you can.
Okay. In the end, when Mr. Theophilus left Faustus was so satisfied because he could reach Lucifer. He think that he will become the emperor of the world. So he stopped conjuring, waiting here.
شوية راح يبدي يسوي regret، بس دائما اكو قوة اللي هي قوة الدevils, the power of the devils will stop him from thinking of God and heavenly things. اوكي، فحاليا بخطأ يسوي شيء يريده زين، لكن for Faustus is the same، بس later on لما يشبع من هذا الشيء يحقق بعض الأشياء يحس إنه هذا الشيء خطأ ويبدي شوية شوية الريجريت. بس شو وقت لما يفوت الأوان. Again, this is a very short summary. You can't depend on this summary, by the way. Mephistopheles appears in hideous shape, and Faustus tells him that he is too late, and he asks him several questions. Pride, he revolted against God and was cast out to hell. So 24 years of unlimited power. شوفوا unlimited power، شوفوا هذه الكلمة ايش قد بيها معاني. Unlimited power يعني he will do whatever he like, he will achieve whatever he like. Okay، يعني هاي ال unlimited power راح نتذكرها بالأخير، إنه فاوستس أعطاه unlimited power، لكن حقق شنو منها؟ راح نشوف بالأخير استفاد منها لو ما استفاد منها. Then this is the analysis، هم نفس اللي حكيناه ما بي أي اختلاف، بس الطلاب شوية شوية تحملوا على ما نخلص هاي ال power and the free will. He is free، هم حكينا عنها. Then I just want you to read the text. Next time راح نقرأ التكست.
زين أستاذ اليوم بس إشرتين ال R to early attendant أمي، هذا مهم ماكو
أي
شيء مهم؟
لا إن شاء الله next time راح نقرأ هذا السين بالتكست، لأنه به هواي أقوال مهمة، وهذا السين أصلا هو long سين، فما يرهم إنه نفس المحاضرة هم الشرح مالته والنقد وهم التكست. So next time we will try to read the text. Then he become completely absorbed in dreams of. Okay, that's it. That's it. This is the end of this scene. We have mentioned everything. And do you have any question about this scene? Something that you don't understand? Something you want to be clarified more? Questions that I didn't answer? شنو عندكم?
May I add something?
Of course you may add. Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Professor. Before lecture in our groups, we were discussion with the classmates and
About what?
About Faustus, about scene 3 in Act 1. So I said my opinion about its weak dialogue. I really like Naba's opinion. She said this level of culture of people in that time. Maybe that's
yes,
why.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
The people are societies changed. شوفوا هسه احنا أنا هسه جاي أدرس الرابع شعر، الرابع عندهم المودرن بوتري، إنه كله تغير. ليش؟ لأنه الناس تغيرت أفكارهم عن الرومانتكس والفيكتوريان، صارت الناس ما تريد تسمع هذا الشيء. فأكيد إنه الكاتب لما الثيم والستايل والتايب اوف ستوريز، قبل شويه قلت لكم هو ليش يكتب عن الكونجورينج والماجيك والشيء؟ الناس تحب هاي القصص. ليش يكتب بهذا الستايل؟ لانه حتى يلائم مستوى عقول الناس بذيك الفتره. اوكي، سو modern time is different. يعني احنا هسه مثلا بالمودرن تايم لما اشوف لك تكست من الاولد ممكن تسوي له فد criticism، ممكن يعني ما يعجبك. اوكي because you are modern man, you are actually not modern but postmodern man. So it is written for the 16th, 17th century people, not for the 20th or the post or the contemporary people. We are studying it because it is history. It is the history of literature. It is the English, the essence of English literature. Oh, by the way, اكو جامعات هسه العالمية ما تدرس هاي الأشياء، يدرسون الأشياء الحديثة والنظريات الحديثة اللي تفيد أكثر. So the answer of Neba is right. It depends on people. It depends on society.
Yes.
Okay, in order to suit all of them, all of their thinking.
Yes. And I want to ask you why you don't study the new novels, new plays.
Because this is your syllabus. هذا السيلابس مالتكم حددته الوزارة، احنا ما نقدر نتلاعب به، يعني لازم تمشون عليه. هواية سووا طلب، هواية يعني قبل سنين من كنا احنا ندرس، هواية أساتذة سووا طلب رادوا يغيرون السيلابس، ما يعني ما استجابوا لهم، هو خلوا هذا السيلابس ماشي ثابت. فهاي أشياء قديمة، مثلا جوزيف أندروز، يمكن هسه يدرسون جوزيف أندروز بالرواية. جوزيف أندروز من يدرسها بعد؟ الناس كانت تدرس روايات ومسرحيات جديدة تجنن كلش حلوة. So إن شاء الله you will read it، تقروها and you can get benefit from them. Yes. Now let me, if you don't have the questions, let me just take the absent. اللي أقول اسمه يقدر يغادر، بس قبل ما أخذ الابسنت مالتكم next time هذا اللي شرحناه اليوم I will ask you about it ورح نقرأ من التكست. أوكي، التكست رح نقرأ، يعني يا دوب التكست يكفينا المحاضرة الجاية. أوكي. That's it. So thank you very much. Let me take the absent وأي واحد أصح اسمه يسجل الحضور يطلع خلاص. أوكي. بالنسبة هسه إلى
ساين 4 ناخذه.
سين 4 لا مو سين 4 هسه سين 3 احنا اخذنا بس الدسكشن الاناليسيس الكومنتري. ان شاء الله ناخذ التكست جدا مهم، نقرا التكست ونحدد الاقوال المهمه. اوكي
اوكي ثانك يو.
ابتسام اعتقد موجوده ابتسام.